Hey guys, how's it going? My name's always and welcome back to Skybees. It has been a bit since we've played this mod pack. Getting sick and just not getting around to this again was kind of a bad thing for this series. But we're back here. It's been a while, but I'm still trying to get familiar with everything. I have the Ring of Far Reach, which seems to be very far-reaching, and I tried taking it off and doesn't seem to matter. So that's how my day's going. Anyways, last episode, we fought the Gaia Guardian a couple of times and defeated the Gaia Guardian. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. We were probably a little over prepared. Was not that difficult of a fight, to be perfectly honest, but we're probably gonna have to do that a couple times again in the future. But that'll be in the future, and we'll deal with it then. So today, the plan is this: we're gonna kind of relax. We're not gonna do too much like involved work. We're just gonna do some questing, complete some quests. We have some things that we need to do, and I guess I could probably talk about that while we do questing. And yeah, there is a couple things I did. Let's see. I set up dirt farming, just so we have a whole bunch of dirt. Put some grass blocks over there. I really didn't know what to do. There's a couple things that I am planning, but what I want to do is I want to get through as many of these quests as we can. One big thing that we're going to have to do soon is start getting preparations for a lot of automation with the apiaries, specifically honey blocks and beeswax blocks and beeswax. We got to get that hooked up to the system, and I've got to do a lot of building. I've got to build, you know, a house, and I decided over here we're going to build a mob spawner area, which we might get to today a little bit of the machines we're going to be using. I don't know if we're going to have any of those, but yeah, there's a bunch of things for us to do, and I just want to kind of get through as many quests as we can. Immersive engineering is one of the quest lines that we're going to try to finish today, as well as Britannia. There's just one thing left. In fact, can we make it Elven, Dragonstone, and Gaia Spirit? To make the Gaia Spirit, Gaia Spreader? Gaia Mana Spreader, that's what it's called. I have a block of Dragonstone, so I guess I can convert that. There's the Dragonstone. Do we have any? Where is this Gaia Spirit? Do I have that in the system? Do I have Dragonstone in the system? No. So, Spirit? Yes, we do have the Gaia Spirits in here, so we just need one of those. And then it's just a matter of, I guess let's take this one. And we're going to upgrade it. So, it's a shapeless recipe. We just make that. We get the Gaia Mana Spreader, and there is Britannia. All done. Don't have to do any more Britannia until we get to the creative items, so nice and easy. Let's go ahead and set this back up, and should be looking at that. That should make recipes on the runic altar incredibly fast because the Gaia Mana Spreader is very powerful. So with that one out of the way, you can see all the stuff I have. So there is all the immersive, and then we're also going to start working in a little bit of industrial foregoing. Which some of the stuff is going to be pretty easy, some of it is not so much, and some of it we're going to make new machines and go from there. So there is a lot of work that we need to do. One big thing is I need to start automating a lot of stuff, getting immersive engineering set up and automating some of that stuff, and one of the quests that the reason why I have mob spawning thing back there is eventually we're going to need to fight and kill a bunch of different mobs, and it's going to be easiest to do it in a very specific way, but we'll get to that another time. So I guess let's do the immersive engineering stuff first, and I don't see any reason why I should check the book all that often. The book doesn't like to give us rewards. Usually, I know the thermoelectric gives us rewards, but I think that's about it in all of these quests. So we're just going to go down the line and complete them. So We're going to need some Constantan, copper, and steel. There is going to be a lot of things, and we should have most of it. So let's just start with thermoelectric. We're going to need copper coil block. We're going to need a bunch of copper wires. So let's just grab some copper and get that crafting. So one thing that we're going to want to automate relatively soon is the metal press. And we might actually make a few of these. One for like wires if we find out we need those. But mostly for plates. Plates are the big things. We're also going to need some Constantan. Which, do I have any? I do. So we're going to need like 5 plates for this. And if we need more, we'll get more later. The wires are a little bit more useful. But yeah, so there is a lot of... the metal press is super useful for a lot of things, making plates specifically, and one of the things we need is steel plates for the machine things that make the crafters. So in order to make these guys to do more automation, we have to have automation. That is the wrong item. So copper coil block, we need 2 of these. Throw those in there, and that is the thermoelectric. Pretty easy at this point. We're gonna need some electrum wires. We're gonna need clay. Clay is a pain to get. That is something else that we're going to probably want to automate, and I think the best way is, wasn't it sand? I think it's sand. So if we bring sand over here, and I think it's this spot, looks like it, we should be able to... Are these going to convert? They are. And we should be able to just do that and get clay. Oh, this has auto smelt, so that's going to give us terracotta. So we are going to need, what, 4, 5, 6, 10 terracotta. And I just made some glass. Whoops. That is unfortunate, but we just need 4 more. And once these convert, there we go. And 1 more, and then we should be able to get back to whatever we need to do. So let's break that, and I'll break these with our pickaxe to get actual clay. That makes glass. I forgot. I kind of don't like having the auto smelt on my tools because I forget. And that's never good. So I guess let's go ahead and make some other things first. So the terracotta, most of the stuff can go back in here. Let's go ahead and make these wire connectors and relays. You guys have seen these before, but different tiers require different sets of items. So this one for the high voltage requires aluminum, electrum for the medium voltage, and yeah, we're gonna need just a little bit of electrum. I don't know if it's a 1-to-1. No, we just need 2 electrum. We make the wires, and that's pretty much it. So this is going to be a very chill episode, just doing crafting. And there's the electrum. Now the question is, do we have enough stuff to make the tough fabric? But that is something we'll find out very soon. We do not. At least have the tough fabric already. There's 5, and there is the insulated medium voltage. So, obviously, let's go ahead and do a quick where did my... Oh, I just used it, of course. So let's just keep all this stuff in our inventory. So that's medium wire connectors. And it looks like, yeah, the thermoelectric, that has already done its thing. We got some uranium for that. I guess that's cool. We're going to need 2 more electrum so we can make more wires. And yeah, basically, the different tiers of wires and whatnot just give you different, like, transfer rates. So obviously higher voltages will transfer more. However, there is a little bit of a catch, and that is, there we go. So we'll keep the HV stuff. The catch is that the high voltage doesn't actually have a insulated version, and it is very painful if you touch it. So we need, I think we're going to need 4 treated wood in total, and we should have that over here just sitting in this chest or not. I guess we're going to have to bring some fluids, and I have nowhere to keep my water bucket. I guess we'll just put it in there. And then we should be able to go ahead and make treated wood planks and call it a day. So, MV capacitor, nothing too difficult. Iron, electrum, lead, redstone. So, with that all taken care of, we need aluminum and steel wires. So, aluminum, 1 ingot of aluminum, 1 ingot of steel is what's required to make the HV stuff. And obviously the HV transfers the most. I think, I don't know what the actual numbers are, but I think it's like 1,000 RF per tick or whatever things are nowadays. They've changed a lot of the names of things just over the years as versions change, and it gets confusing sometimes. But HV wire coils and the wire connectors. Alright, next we have the HV wire relays, which requires insulating glass. Now, insulating glass is pretty easy. We need iron dust and green dye. So, let's get the green dye the easy way from this. So I think we're just going to need 2 of those. And iron dust. Does it give us... I mean, we only need 2 each. Okay, so yeah, we are fine. Crusher. And then we'll have to wait for that. Do we have any tier installers? No, of course not. Can we make a tier installer? I just want a basic one. Can we make... Not quite. We need some osmium. And we need to throw in the... Oh, that's enriching. Alright, we have the redstone. Let's see if we can do this before things are finished. But if we can make this tier installer, that would be really nice. Oh, just at the end. Alright, well, for later. Anyways, let's make the insulating glass. That is the wrong recipe. And pretty easy, but it's used with aluminum to make the HV wire relays. And then the HV capacitor is aluminum, steel, a block of lead, which I'm pretty sure I've got to make, and redstone. So nothing too difficult there. Why didn't we get the, like, big noise? Oh, we still have to make a water wheel. I forgot about that part. Okay, so water wheel is not going to be difficult. I was like, why didn't we get the chapter complete? So the water wheel segments, we need to make 4 of these. Just going to require some sticks and probably some more creosote oil. Let's go ahead and grab the sticks we have here. So if we need 4 of them, do we get 4 sticks each? Okay, so that is 8 plus 12, 20 treated wood. So treated wood, we have 4. So we're going to need 2 more recipes worth. Do I have any more buckets in here? Let's make another couple of buckets. And yeah, let's just make 16. That works, I guess. Whoops. And let's just fill up our inventory with creosote. Get rid of that. And go ahead and make all of the creosote wood, the treated wood rather, and I think that should be good. So we're just going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the 4 water wheel segments, and then we can make the water wheel. Now this should be the big noise. It is. Cool. Water wheel is an alternative to the windmill. A little bit less powerful, but especially with the upgraded windmill, we do have the improved version with the tough, the windmill sails, the tough fabric. But the water wheel is nice and cheap and pretty easy to acquire early game. It just gives decently steady, you know, RF or whatever it is called nowadays. What is it called? I guess it is still RF. Some mods it's different. Anyways, that is Immersive Engineering questline completed. So we're getting there. Industrial Foregoing, that is the next one. And before we get into anything major, a lot of this stuff is going to require a dissolution chamber with various liquids in it. We're going to make another one of these because ours is currently being used for honey. And so let's just make another one. We need some plastic. And that should not be a problem. Smelting. So we have bees for rubber, which is really nice. We're going to need a diamond gear. That is kind of whatever. What else do we need? We need what... I don't really want to use ender chest. I think we can just use a normal chest. But what is the pity machine frame? Oh, right. So, 4 iron, 4 oak, and a redstone. Oh, boy. That is annoying. 4 iron, 4 oak, and a redstone. And I think we're going to need to make a few of these. So that is unfortunate, but at the same time, so long as we have the living rock, which we do, this shouldn't be too terrible. It should also be incredibly... That is not where those go. So let's not do that again. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. And it is incredibly fast. So there is the machine frame. We just get the diamond gear and we'll be good to go. So there is a lot of things we need to kind of automate. And one of the big kind of puzzles that we're going to have to figure out is the singularities for the creative items. So real quick, I will pull this up. The singularities are all made in a quantum compressor, which we have, and it requires 10,000 of those items. Now the question is, how do we get 10,000 items out of our system? And I want to be as exact as possible because I don't want to make multiple of these guys if I don't have to, because this was a little bit of a pain. A lot of black iron, which is just annoying. But, you know, how do we do that without causing a lot of issues? And so that is kind of the question. But I'm going to try a couple things. We could get smart and clever, more so if we had gotten into applied logistics. There are really cool ways you can do things with that, transferring items around through your system. But I don't know if refined storage has the same kind of capabilities. That being said, we'll try to figure something out. And let's get some redstone blocks. Not many. Okay. So, dissolution chamber. If we look at the quest line, I think the first thing we're going to look at, let's go ahead and get the mob slaughter factory. Why not? So we're going to need plastic. So we're going to need plastic for all of these. You know what? Let's just get... maybe we don't have... Oop, lag spike. Do we have, like, rubber? Yeah, there is a rubber bee. And yeah, okay. So we are getting rubber, but it might be a question of how often. I might not have too many rubber bees kind of out and about, and I think they're struggling. No, they're not in there. They're over here. I might have put a lot of them away. So we have the 2 extras. We're not actually producing any rubber currently. So let's fix that real quick. And just let them all fly around. I'd rather them kind of butt heads and not have fun than to, you know, not be out and producing. Anyways, didn't think that one through. Let's go ahead and get... I guess we're going to get 7 plastics. Hopefully that's enough for most of the stuff we need to make. And the mob slaughter factory is the first thing, so we're going to make another pity machine frame. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. This should not take long. We should have plenty of levels, plenty of mana. But if we don't, we can always do fancy things. But we should be able to grab our plastics, throw that in there, and the first one we're going to be making is the, what was it? The mob slaughter factory. So the mob slaughter factory is actually pretty useful. It makes pink slime, which we do need. So I clicked the wrong button. We need a gold gear. Okay, so we'll get some gold. And then we're also going to need 2 iron axes and 2 iron swords. So we'll get the gold gear going. And then we'll be able to make the mob slaughter factory. And then we may very well want to get it in use a little bit. But the question is, how is that going to be, like, what's going to be the best way to do that? Anyways, there is the mob slaughter factory. And like I said, this is going to require some things. If we place this down, we should be able to show working area. Yeah, it's right in front of it and only right in front of it. Which is good, because I don't want to, like, accidentally kill my bees or anything like that. Because it will slaughter bees. But we might have to figure something out for that. And that might be something we do, like, next episode. Because this one is getting there in time. And we still have a lot of other things to do. So I guess the next set of quests, let's go ahead and do the add-ons. So add-ons increase the range and efficiency or the speed. And the range is kind of the big thing. So I think all these are going to require a single bucket of latex. And so that means we're going to need 5 things of latex. We do have the what is it called? The true I got rid of it, didn't I? It's no longer sitting out. What is at industrial fluid extractor? Power optional. So what we're going to do is we're going to set that right there. Let's grab our tank, fluid tank, and let's get some pipes. Are they actually called pipes? Mechanical pipes, yes. So we just put that there, mechanical pipe it, and pull, and then get a log in front of there, and that will start collecting latex. It's going to be very slow, but that's okay for now anyways. So let's see. That's going to take a while, so let's go ahead and move on to other things. What else can we get into with this? So advanced machine frames requires pink slime, so we're not going to get that today. And the simple machine frame requires a lot less latex. And then we can use that to make, it wants us to make the marine fisher, which is not too terrible. So we're going to need some, let's see, 2 iron gears. For this one, a gold gear. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 iron, which I don't know why I grabbed it off of there, but I did. And we just need a bunch of latex at this point. So might be one of those things where I step away for a moment and come back once we have all the latex. I guess let's do that. I will let this run. I really dislike the traveling merchant. He never has anything like anywhere good. You know what? That's not bad. Efficiency 10, mending, silk touch, unbreaking 5. You know what? I'll do it. Let's get diamond, because what is efficiency? Yeah, let's get the axe. Why not? We have emeralds. I don't really need to make the creative item stuff yet, so we don't really need to worry about having singularities and having all the stuff for making singularities. But emeralds. Alright, give me that thing, and then I can upgrade it potentially. So Tricapitator. Hopefully, let's see. If I grab some netherite ingots, and is my upgrade station over there? It is. We should be able to upgrade it, and it has everything still. Perfect. So, short aside. All right, let's see. Range does not require anything, so 2 each. So gold, we're gonna need 16. Yeah, that sounds about right. Of each, we'll go ahead and make those gears. And then one other thing we're gonna do real quick before I go, and then we'll be able to kind of automate this a little bit better. Can we get like a block placer? And I'll go ahead and, okay, so we need more simple machine frames. I'll go ahead and make all the machine frame stuff that we need, at least the pity machine frames. And there we go. All gone. I hate doing that, but then again, I don't. Anyways, block placer. We can make cyclic. Do I have a block placer? No. Okay. So how bad is this one to make? We just need a dropper, which is super easy. And put that. Okay, so is it the way I'm looking? No, it's towards me. Alright, I do believe that is always on, and I'm just going to give it a bunch of logs. So theoretically, let's actually see. If we break that, it just immediately places another log. Cool. So that's what I want to see. And that is going to let us just kind of collect latex for a while. So I'm going to AFK for a little bit, and when we come back, we're going to make all the upgrades and all of the machine frames that we need with this guy. And then we'll probably end the episode off there. Something we'll have to do in the nearest future is the mob slaughter factory, so that we can get pink slime and use that for stuff. So I'll be back once we have a bunch of latex. Alright, so I went ahead and made a new recipe. I made the pattern for the flux points, which is what we need to transfer power around, so that we can transfer power over here to the fluid extractor, which lets it work a little bit faster. Now, I have a little over 3,500 millibuckets of latex, which is a good amount. And I have a bunch of things. So the first thing we're going to do, I did not want to sort my inventory. Thank you very much. I hate it when mods do that. Or like, I hate the mods that sort your inventory because I don't like my inventory being sorted. I like it how I keep it. But so we're going to put some latex in here. And before we get into anything else, by the way, we're going to have to make the mob duplicator. That's kind of the big thing for getting all of the monster quests complete, or at least most of them anyways. But before we can do too much, what I want to do is I want to speed this guy up. So we're going to make the speed add-ons first. So that is going to be 2 gears, 2 glass. Is it? I hope it's probably shaped. It probably has to be exactly how it is. And we'll go ahead and make one of these, so that will not take too long. And then honestly, we're going to basically do the exact same thing. So let's grab another bucket of latex. We're going to throw it in there. And we're going to put the speed upgrade in here and then do the same thing. So can I put multiple? No, I can't. 2 of those, 2 of those, 2 gold gears, the last 2 sugars. No, not gold. 2 diamond gears. And that will make the tier 2 speed upgrade. And that was considerably faster. So we have those. And then what we're going to do is we're going to throw both of these. Can we not put both of them? Can I put the tier 2? I can. Awesome. So that is going to get us latex much more quickly. And we can go ahead and at the very least make some of the machine frames. So that is the next thing we're going to do. And for those, we're going to need 4 of them in total. So it is going to be 4 of those. Let's see, 2. Do I have more rubber by now? I do. I had to AFK for a little bit, probably about an hour. And so that should be enough for the machine frames. And then we're also going to need nether bricks and iron. So we'll get most of this taken care of pretty quickly. So we're going to need nether bricks, which we don't have, but we're going to need 8. So that's not too difficult. And then the iron. Again, we need 8 of those. Not difficult at all. We just need to smelt up the netherrack. And we can get the first one going. And might as well put the speed upgrade in that. And with that, we should be able to just, oops. Can we put, nope, it still doesn't let us do multiple. So plastic, netherrack, iron, gold. So nothing too difficult. We're going to make 4 of these with the latex that we have in there. That is just kind of how the math works out. Oh, and it's shapeless, so it doesn't matter. We'll just go ahead and pop all this stuff in there. And how much latex do we have now? Almost another bucket, which would be one of the upgrades. So there is the simple machine frames that we're going to need. And then we're going to use one of them to make the marine fisher And the others we're going to, let's see, what do we need? We need a fishing rod, and we need one more plastic. So this should not be difficult. There is the dry rubber, and smelt it up. So at this point, we have most of the quests done in Industrial Foregoing, but there is a couple things kind of remaining. So I don't really care about the Marine Fisher. Doesn't really do much for us, but unfortunately we don't get any rewards from like anything. We need to make the advanced machine frame. So I'm going to need 3 of these, which is why I have 3 extra simple machine frames, because they require them. However, it also requires pink slime. And I might also... Is there something else that uses like 300? Okay, so... Unfortunately, I should probably just make 4. I don't know if we're ever going to use any more. I mean, there is the Supreme, but I don't know that that's something we'll ever care about. Mycelial reactor, that's probably pretty powerful. It requires ether gas, and I don't even know how to get that. I guess we get it from laser fluids. Interesting. So I have some of the resources required, but before we can actually make any of the like advanced machine stuff, we need to get pink slime. And to get pink slime, we got to use the mob slaughter factory, which, by the way, this guy is going to come in handy for. But also, potentially, not those, these. I think what we're going to do is we're going to set up just a temporary little thing, because I don't really care about collecting a lot of pink slime. We need a bucket and a half, basically. I don't think we'll ever need to do any... If we need more pink slime later, I don't know, is pink slime used for anything? The actual slime balls that we care about. A lot of it is any slime, but sometimes it is specifically slime. So bioreactor is any slime, but the material stonework factory, which is one of the things we have to make, does require pink slime. So I think we're only going to need like 2 buckets worth. And that's okay. So if we have just kind of a temporary setup, that will work just fine. But this episode's getting a little long, and so I think what we're going to do is call the episode here, and unless we have another bucket of... Okay, we do have another bucket of latex, so we'll go ahead and take that and put that in here with 2 glass, 2 redstone, and 4 cobblestone. Yeah. And that makes the range upgrades, which is probably a little nice, but not something I care too much about. So that is another quest completed. So at this point, I am going to throw a bunch of the stuff in here, and we will deal with it next time. So the plan is this. Next episode, I am hopefully going to spend a little bit of time between episodes working on stuff. Getting some of the platforms built, at least with a level ground, and maybe, just maybe, I'll try to do some work, kind of planning what we need to do, get maybe a building for the immersive engineering stuff, and start looking at getting into a bit of automation, so that we can start auto-crafting everything and making our lives a lot easier when it comes to the creative items. So that is probably what we're going to do next time. Finish up Industrial Foregoing and start working towards automation for creative items. So that's the plan. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!